pull into that one, the leg there. So they're going to play a team match. First, I'll let Eric explain a little bit about the format.
Yeah, so there's been a bit of an amendment to the overall format. It's a bit more team-based in 2026, which I think is good. The way we had it in the past, the dominant male player could control things a little bit. But here's going to be the format for 2026. So in set number 1, it's going to be all 3 players. They'll play 1 game each, and totaling a race to 4. Set number 2, it'll be men's doubles. Set number 3, it'll be mixed doubles. Number 4, it'll be singles. They can throw the female player in if they like, or any player they want in set number 4. And if it's tied after 2 sets, it'll be a shootout. A player that played in the first 2 double sets can't play the singles, so there's a bit of tactical play on the lineups. And yeah, we'll all get familiarized with the format as the tournament goes on.
I think we'll see some strategy implemented for sure in that lineup. It's going to be very important who plays that last singles match, potentially.
Yeah, so I think you want to save your best player for the singles match if it comes down to it.
I agree.
And the second best male player will play the mixed doubles. We could have some teams where the female plays the singles in the 4th set. It's possible.
Okay, a push out from Carlo to start. We're going to see a lot of strategy just like this because the break format's a little tough with the referee hand rack. So not only will they be coming up dry a little bit on the break, but you'll see this kind of layout where they all push to one side, whatever side they break from. If they break from the corner, it's going to be all going to one side, little strategy happening. Kick safety here to start. Not bad, right?
Yeah. Deemed that the ball wasn't frozen.
I think he's got the edge of this one, though. He might be able to go 2 rails underneath the 10 while possibly still containing the 1.
Yeah, I was thinking, can you hit the 1 thin enough and get enough energy out of the cue ball? Maybe not. There's lots of blockers down by the short rail. Bit of small confusion about the order of play. It wouldn't be that. Both men's players are up. I think just something with the shot clock. Looks like they're good now.
Yeah, must have been something with the shot clock.
Was able to cut it thin enough.
I might get the window here.
Caught the window between 8 balls, man.
Bit unlucky, right? See, Philippines are a pretty formidable team. Look at those 3.
Yeah, and even the Philippines has a choice of putting in Centeno or a myth.
Yeah, they have the 2 ladies. You can have up to 5 players on a team. A lot of these teams coming with 4 or 5, which I think is very smart. Always good to have options, or in case somebody becomes ill.
So I wonder if Centeno would ever just come in and play the mixed doubles. Probably not. I mean, Mitt would have a warm-up match in the first round. I would assume she would stay in.
Yeah,
but they do have that option.
I would have to agree. Hung up the 1 ball there. Tight corner pockets here on these Predator tables. They measure at 4 1/8 at the corner and 4 1/2 at the side. Very tight. And as the cloth wears in more as the week goes on, we're going to see balls hang up more and more like that.
Too thin in the side here for Beato. Doesn't look like the exact right angle to lay behind the 7 with the cue ball. Still come up table with the cue ball, trying to get behind the 8-9.
Yeah, I like that. I agree. I think it's a little thin in the side, but he might go for it. If he thinks he can get position on the 3 off a couple of rails, he'll take it on.
He is going. Kibo's kind of running into the 5, but he's going to do his best to get over to the left side of the table. There's plenty of room to get it over on the left.
What a beautiful shot that is off a couple of rails with the inside spin. He landed perfect on this 3.
Got to find a way to get underneath the 5.
It's all about the 5.
He has an angle going forward, ideally with the cue ball running into the 9 or even drawing straight back into the 9 right now. This will work.
Yeah, it looks maybe a little straight. Does he have a little angle going to the right?
He might.
Yeah, maybe just a hair. Tough to see from the overhead, but I think, yeah, he can draw into the 9 here. The draw is quite easy on this new cloth. Really grips it. So he won't have to overpower it.
Wanted to hit the 9 ideally, but that's not bad. Particularly if it goes in the corner.
Yeah.
Might not though, Ben.
These side pockets are nightmarishly tight. He's going to have to be very accurate here. You can see him call the side, so I think it doesn't go in the corner. Otherwise, he might like to shoot it in there instead. Yeah. Even on a bigger pocket, I think he still missed that one. Trying to draw to the side rail there made him miss the ball. He could have just rolled that in. He was going to be a lot more accurate.
Check has room up the middle of the table here. Thin one.
He had a really great tournament in the men's open. Made it to the semifinal before running into a wall. And Josh Filler just wasn't going to miss.
Yeah, we did that match. Josh played very well there. Lost the first set of the final, but came back 4-0, 4-0 in the next 2 sets. Awesome performance overall.
He's going to think about switching hands here. Look at this. See more and more players doing this nowadays.
Tricky pocketing too.
I'm surprised to see him play it opposite hand. Oh, he wiggled it in there.
Used the whole pocket there.
And he put up his hand in apology to Carlo. That tells you he did not hit it good. He's feeling lucky. I think the 8 passes the 9 pretty comfortable, so you can just draw this one back a little. Everything else looks pretty good. He stuns it through the window. Good shot. Looked like he was a little straighter in and could maybe draw into the 10 to bump it out of the way, but it's okay from here.
X factor on Team Poland is going to be Katarzyna. She's an accomplished player. She's had some high finishes on the Euro Tour. Play all the International Pro Billiard Series events, but very capable of her stroke and fundamentals. It's like a young player, Ben. Maybe not quite as much experience as players like Amit and the whole Philippines team.
Yeah, Cheska and Rubelin definitely going to have a little edge there in that category. So see what the 2 men can do to try to maybe pick her up, carry her through. These 2 Polish men definitely capable of beating anybody in the world at any moment. I think Daniel Maciel's been playing a little better every time I see him pick up the cue.
Yeah, and the women players won't be playing a singles match either, so the women players will be able to kind of tag off the men players.
Which is new to this year. I believe the last few years of this event, the women did play a singles match.
Definitely. So one player will play one rack and they'll rotate through. First rack with Shevchuk and Beato. Second rack will be Maciel and Rhoda.
Jeffrey Rhoda gonna winner breaks this format. So you see Daniel getting up to break here. I think we're gonna see a lot of players breaking from the side rail here, just trying to make the 1. Keep themselves at the table.
Yeah, they're kind of in a 1-game format too, right? So they'll be more likely to want to grind it out and Sure, it'd be nice to get a break and run, but that break from not making a ball and running out against you is kind of more, pops up a little more in the one-game format.
I got a ball down. What's the opener look like? Maybe just a safety. I don't know if he was going to take on the cut into the corner, knowing that the cue ball probably kisses the 6. He doesn't get on the 2.
Yeah, I wonder if he can follow the cue ball through to the 9 and get behind the 9, but I'm down the line and he has to cut the 1, so.
Would you ever consider playing the billiard onto the 6 to make the 6?
Depends how much draw there is.
Yeah,
too
maybe
much draw,
from this angle, too much draw, yeah. Well, he could miss the 6 with the cue ball, but he missed the 1 ball.
Yeah, he's focused on missing the 6 there.
Easy to take your eye off the ball a little bit, kind of a split focus. Well, he got second prize, but I think these guys all jump so good nowadays. This is almost a sure thing. It's just a matter of getting position.
Reup not as much of a household name to North American fans, but he did make it to the quarterfinals in the U.S. Open. He's had a lot of good results on the World 9-Ball Tour. I believe this is his first Pro Billiard Series event. Philippines sending him out there as one of the top players in the country.
Oh, what a player he is, too. I believe he made top 32 or possibly 16 in the men's open as well. They had a good tournament there. Such a talented player. As put on display by that shot was not easy into a blind pocket. Got perfect shape, too.
It looked easy, and he's straight enough to come straight back and avoid the 8 to the left.
See that nice slow backswing and the smooth timing. He's definitely taught how to play properly. Stays down on the ball, nice and still.
Yeah, a lot of these new school Filipino players kind of have quicker timing. They're kind of shorter on the backstroke, a little choppy on the acceleration, still finding a way to time the ball purely. You can't be a top player if you're not. But Reup a little longer on the backstroke than most of the newer school Filipinos.
Yeah, I think a lot of us, well, I'm not a Filipino, but I think we learned from Alex with that shorter, kind of choppier stroke, you know, but it can be very effective. Definitely not as smooth looking as somebody like Jeffrey Reup with the long, smooth one. But Alex made a living off that little short stroke, so effective.
Yeah, I mean, the advantage when you don't take the cue as far back, it doesn't have to stay straight for as long, so you're going to gain a lot in the pocketing. Some players tend to lose a little bit on the feel. But considering the pocket size, a lot of players have shortened their strokes in the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I agree. Couple of rails here. Forward with the right spin. Straight in's okay. I think he plays more of a stun follow here than roll it.
Yeah, keep the speed around medium.
Because even a stop shot from there is fine. 10 near the pocket. This to tie the match. Good out. The jump shot as the opener with the draw was a pretty little shot. And so we'll see the ladies do battle here in game 3 with Reup to break. Nice to have options on that team, you know. Reup or Cheska. I don't think he'd give up much with either one of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're going with the experience. I mean, Cheska just coming off a second place finish in the Las Vegas Women's Open and didn't make the team yet as of yet. But
maybe just giving her a little rest too. You never know, right?
They did win the event one time as with Rublin on the team.
Okay.
And Carlo, is that right? I think you were there that time, man.
It was,
that right?
Yeah. Chua, I believe it was Chua.
Yeah.
Carlo, and yeah, I think it was, maybe it was Cheska. You know, I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think it was Cheska that year.
Okay.
But I sat like front row and watched the final. You think I would remember? Too many matches. Oh, she's got a great break. Look at that. Just squat the cue ball in the middle, but coming up dry.
Nine ball's going to cover the one, so a bit of safe play in this rack. First look at Katarzyna.
I think you got to cut the break a little. From what I've seen, when you hit it full like that, you don't get good results. And if anybody watched that final yesterday, Josh seemed to figure it out, and he was cutting it quite a bit.
Huh. So there's coaching allowed.
I like this aspect of it because team play is a different kind of animal. So when you have a player that can help you find the shot a little bit, it's really going to help. It'll take a little pressure off of her, you know, just choosing what he tells her to do rather than maybe she thinks she's not doing the right thing out there, you know. If he just tells her push it over there, well, then she can't feel bad if it doesn't work out. Coming with a third opinion.
Yeah, I was actually surprised Wojciech didn't come up right away. I mean, they're both world-class players. It's really going to matter, but Wojciech has more experience.
I was exactly surprised as well for Daniel to jump up there right away. It was a bit shocking for me.
Could be that Katarzyna just happens to be better friends with Daniel. Not that she doesn't like Wojciech, but just happens to be more comfortable with him.
Yeah, more comfortable. Well, I'm almost surprised they didn't try to tie up a ball there while playing the push out, because everything's pretty wide open other than the one. So if Rublin was to find a good safety here, she's going to be a big favorite in this game. Ball's all super wide open.
Needs to avoid the double kiss. It looks like it's on, so Rublin gives it back. More coaching here.
I think with inside or outside spin, the kiss is on, right?
Yeah, Poland doesn't think so. I mean, not much else to try, but
so do you play
they're going to go inside
with some left? Yeah. I think the kiss is there, Eric. I'm with you on that one. I think it's impossible to miss it.
Yeah, caught it a little bit on the way through. Going to leave it over the corner.
I think whether she undercut it or overcut it, I don't think you could miss the kiss there.
It was big, no doubt.
Sometimes we try to talk ourselves into missing the kiss. We just think, oh, it kissed it the last 1,000 times, but maybe it won't this time.
Totally.
Maybe I'll spin it different this time.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I alluded to, though. Just one mistake, and this rack is really all but over. The ball's so wide open like this. Anytime you're playing that push-out, you kind of want to tie up a ball and at least create a problem later on.
Yeah, well, they came in with two different opinions, right? Like Messiol was talking about pushing to the top right, and then Shevchuk came in and offered that one. Ended up going with Wojciech's offer.
I liked the first one better. I thought it was going to, you know, leave a higher percentage to get back to the table at least. She might not get back here after having to shoot from where she pushed it to was very difficult. Nicely controlled there to kiss the 4 and stay on the angle.
Wants to hold enough here without the cue ball going to the left off the 5. Might have to power over to the long rail.
Could use a big bounce, going to be on the wrong side of the 5.
Bit of trouble here, Ben. It doesn't look like trouble at all, but it kind of is.
It is. Can she soft follow it through to maybe play the 6 in the side or the other corner
That
next?
might be the only shot.
I don't think she could go all the way to the end rail with the inside spin. I think when you hit it at that speed, the cue ball goes into the 8. She's not thrilled.
Gonna try to power out of it, looks like. Yeah, it was trouble there. Just didn't. Cue ball was going the wrong way, and everything going to the left was blocked off too much. Thanks for Wesolovska.
Looks like Rubel in half got away with this one. Can she see enough to cut this ball in? I guess she can. First glance, it looked like the 6 was maybe blocking the cut angle.
So she's taking an offensive stance at it.
Definitely massive amounts of pressure out there. Team pool is just a way different kind of pressure. And first match always very tricky to settle in too.
I was going to say first round's even worse.
Well, and then you add in she's playing with 2 really world-class players. That adds pressure as well. You don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
Not that she would let them down, but that's how she's got to be feeling, right?
Those natural thoughts go through your mind for sure. Mitt trying to get straight on the 7 here.
I'm just going to draw this one back. You don't want to be playing that 7 in the side pocket. It's too tight. She's landed good here. Touch of inside spin, I think, with just a little bit of right. She doesn't need to be straight on the 8 because she's going to want angle on the 9 to get to the 10. This is perfect.
Yeah, Philippines definitely in the top 4 seeds to win the tournament.
Yeah, I would have to agree. On the other TV table, we got one of those other seeds, in my opinion, might be Team USA A. Shane, Sky, and Savannah. That's a pretty formidable team.
Yeah, Savannah's playing good enough now that they can do very well in the tournament, particularly, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but particularly if she's not stuck playing a singles match, she can more than hold up in any kind of doubles or team situation.
Absolutely. We saw her and Shane play in the doubles, and they seem to gel quite well together. Deposits 10 for a 2-1 lead. Team Philippines looking pretty good out there.
Yeah, I was just notified about the format change about 30 minutes before the match, but now that I'm thinking about it, it really takes away that factor of, you know, some countries don't have a strong female player, but now, as long as they're above average, they can still do very well in the tournament. And it takes out the factor too that one male player can't really dominate and kind of push them towards a shootout.
Yeah, I really love the format change. I think it's going to do great things for the event, make it more about the team rather than the individual. You see all the great sponsors along the arena boards there. A big shout out to Predator and US Pro Billiard Series for giving these players such a great event to play. Multiple events this week. Lots of big, giant prize money. Winner of the World Team Championship this week is going to take home $120,000.
Big money.
Well, I'd be willing to bet that there's a lot of players in this field that have never played for that amount of money in any event. Carlo, though, he might be the exception. He won $250,000 in one tournament last year. He had some kind of year on paper. But a dry break is trouble. He lost the first game to this man. It's always really tough to push when the one's near a pocket. Interested to see if he pushes to a jump here.
That was my first intuition here. Push to some kind of jump.
Maybe behind the 2, and you can tie up the 5 with the 6.
Yeah, and 2 does pass to the top bottom left. But I do like that one.
He's going to go way over here and just leave a really thin cut or a kick safety.
2-rail probably, yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to leave the kick safe. But this is a tough angle. I think he might get this one back, Eric.
Yeah, the 2-rail's not really there. You're going to have to play before the side pocket and try to catch the left side of the 1. Bring the cue ball behind the 2, and that's a big ask. Nothing's happening off the right side, so yeah, gives it back quickly here.
I do think he had to push somewhere very difficult, though, because Carlo's so good at kicking the ball.
Yeah, I didn't mind like a cue ball or 2 to the left there and actually leave the 2-rail and see what happens from there, but he's in tough here.
He's called it in, so he's going to try to hit the other side of it off 1 rail, I think.
It's the only shot, really.
Sort of a 1-pocket shot to just try to get side-to-side separation. Looks pretty good.
Get it exactly how he wanted.
Yeah, that's a sweet shot. Really nicely done.
Even Carlo didn't think his percentage was high enough to take that one on, so nicely done from Wojciech there.
Yeah, I think if Carlo saw that one, he might have shot it, but he might have been blinded by just the 2-rail escape, not really looking at the 1-rail escape as much. Hits it with some speed, try to get separation with the 1, comes back down, look at this roll.
Yeah, they hit 2-1 in the set. So big roll there. 4-6-5 have tied up.
Yeah, that's the good news for Wojciech here is the 4-6 is a big problem. So even if he doesn't get something happening on this 1, might get a little insurance over there. Oh, this is tough. He's going to play this with a little left spin or maybe some bottom and hit it hard. What a great shot that is.
Again.
Did he call it in there?
That would be the highest percentage call, and he did.
What a shot. Kick bank. How's that?
Turning point now in set number 1.
Oh, that is a big turning point. Yeah, if he can win this game, he'll beat Carlo in both games.
How's the 3-ball combo looking?
From the overhead before, it looked like the 6 was going too far to the right.
Oh, not anymore.
Oh, especially if
he wasn't trying that, by the way. There's no way to guarantee going in off a ball that's in that position. But it worked out perfect.
Is the 6 on? Maybe the overhead will show, but I think it's going to the right of the pocket quite a bit. Just depends how much space is between them.
Yeah, if they're close together, he can throw it.
Yeah, and if there's enough space there, he can cut it. So he might have some options.
Queuing real low, like he might go into it.
Oh, wow.
Has didn't like anything to do with the combo, so he's got the bank now.
Pretty good position on the bank, too, I would think. Maybe just a stop shot. Play with a little speed.
Yeah, looks pretty straight in.
Nothing but net. What a great shot. Oh, he's coming with it here. Kick bank, a bank. What else has he got in the bag of tricks? I mean, the kick safety was beautiful too, right?
Yeah, 3 good shots to really get the advantage in this rack.
Yeah. I think he has adjusted quite well to these tables. Seems to like them. He's having a good week out there. See, he's got that nice loose grip back there. Little wrist action in the shot. Very smooth player.
Yep, medium length backstroke. I think that's the best one. Not too short, not too long.
Yeah.
Look how far he brings back the cue here. He's getting Good distance back from the cue ball. Not as far as Reup.
Yeah, and the pause, the timing is great. All the Polish players, very good fundamentally from what I've seen. It's a little short here, but the angle's good, where it's natural to get to the 9 on the side next. Looks like he's going to beat Carlo in both games, but one player can't win this set. He'll need his teammates to win a couple of the other games.
Yeah, the strongest player, the assumed strongest player on the team will go out first, because they'll have, in these team matches, because they'll have two of the first 4 games, I guess. Savannah winning a game for Team USA over on table number 1.
Is that maybe the first set?
Pretty big round of applause, so it could be, yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like a big enough round of applause to be the first set. Meanwhile, 2-2 over here. They're having a good one. They also have the juniors playing over there. I was watching some this morning and it's getting like goosebumps, just like how amazing it is for Predator to put on these events and give them something to play. And there's so many kids over there just having the time of their life.
Yeah, there's about 5 players from your hometown in the tournament, correct?
Yeah, and I just love watching them play, and they're all so excited to be here. Some of them's first time in Vegas, and
I'm sure you coach a lot of them.
A couple of them, but they just learn so much from each other and on their own, and they're just sponges for the information.
Thanks.
But yeah, a few of them, they would show up to host a junior program on Sundays, and they would show up, and they stopped because they're so good now. They'd rather just play the weekly tournament on the Sunday.
Right. Well, next generation coming.
Yeah, the game is in good hands. So that big round of applause was Team USA winning their first game of that set. They're down 2-1.
Okay. Let's go from the side rail.
And we touched on this a little bit yesterday with another player that was cued way over the other eye. And Daniel's similar, but you don't see it too much from left-handed players cueing way over their right eye.
Yeah, but he sets up nice too. Like, kind of really locks his shoulder into his stroke.
And it's subtle how much he is over the other eye because he looks so centered over the cue, you don't really notice it.
Good break here. Can draw straight back for the 3 on the side.
Yeah, got a good look here. He hits
slightly too much angle where he has to follow it. Take the 3 in the corner if he needs to.
Yeah, hit the break with some good power, made the 1. That's what he's looking for. That's what they're trying to accomplish here, is make the 1. He's going to play the 3 in the corner, and I like this. Let's put a good touch on the cue ball here. You got to watch the 5. It's a soft draw, but you don't want to grip it too much, and the tables are awfully grippy. It wouldn't be hard to end up behind the 5 here.
Yeah, nice thing here is the cue ball's decently close to the object ball, so he can keep the speed down and still be able to draw out of it a little bit. Well, he decided to go into it.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
So smart. Just took it out of play by going into it.
Yeah, could have decelerated, or a lot of things can happen in those soft draw type shots.
Yeah, if he just tries to hold it there, yeah, easy to decelerate for sure. He's in prime position now. A little angle on the 5 next. Like so.
Messiel made it to the quarterfinals of the Men's Las Vegas Open.
Yeah, great tournament from him too. These Polish players are super tough. Might be one of the strongest countries as far as pool that we've seen in recent years.
Depth-wise, no doubt.
Yeah. I think I looked it up recently, and their total population not much different than Canada, but they have a whole lot more players over 800 Fargo.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you develop a proper national program and a properly funded national program.
I think funded is the word for that, yeah. But they definitely have a really good program bringing these players up and teaching them all perfect fundamentals. They all get over the ball so good. And they're athletes. You can see they're all in good shape physically. Treat it like a sport. I'd love to just kind of play a stop shot here, I think. Lots of angle on the 9 would be good.
Cue ball's moving to the left a little bit, so you just go to the rail and back into the angle, but definitely leaving angle on the 9 to get back for the 10 here.
I'd say the 8's a good target off that rail. Try to get back where the 8 is now. Should be okay. Could go underneath it, but I don't think he does. Oh, okay. Prove me wrong.
Oh.
If you land with too much angle this way or not enough, it can be a bit tricky, but I think he's okay.
This was the only way he could play back into the angle of the 10, but he's fine.
Looks like he's going to kind of draw it down the side rail there. The stun shot looks good.
Good rack from Messiol coming with the break and run. Poland on the hill now. This 10 goes down.
Pretty steady out there. 10 right in the middle of the pocket. On the hill in the first set.
Going to be Katarzyna now to attempt to close out the first set for Poland.
Yeah, and if not, then Carlo would play the hill-hill game. Against Wojtek, who beat him both games. That's why you see Carlo shaking his head over there.
Yeah, interesting. You definitely have to put your strongest player up first.
Yeah, first, and then they'll be last. A little meditating focus going on there, right? Like that.
She has good offensive capabilities. I did a match of hers in a Euro Tour one time. She beat a good player, 8-2, ran a lot of the racks.
Yeah, maybe just lacking in the experience a little, which would show up in the defensive play, right? But certainly these young players, they pot the eyes off the balls.
And big pressure situations, not quite as used to. Hit him real good there, but gonna leave a shot for Rublin.
Yeah, she squad the cue ball right in the middle. They're looking pretty comfortable over there. They don't seem to be too worried about it. I think they trust their man if it gets hill-hill, too.
She's gonna have to power back 2 rails here.
Could she consider going into the 8? The soft draw?
I think it's just a little tough to draw it that much.
Yeah, that's pretty bouncy rails, right? Doesn't really want to grip the draw right away. It wants to delay it a bit. It's not going to get all the way there, but it's okay.
She can draw just slightly to get a little angle coming back to the left. Tough shot, though.
Yeah, it's not scratching in the side with the draw because it's so thin. It's just a little bit of left spin, a little bit of draw. shot. Really good. That shot was triple tough because her arm was really close to the 6, so she had to use a longer bridge, and often that's when we see them make a mistake, like the miss comes in.
Yeah, Rublin's really good at those feel shots, finesse shots.
Well, I'm comfortable with the longer bridge being a shorter player. I know the feeling. Eric never has to use that longer bridge.
Cubo's 8 feet down table, maybe.
Yeah. You can see again, a little close to the 6 here with the shirt. Less of an issue this time because she didn't have to do much with the cue ball and worry about potting the 4. It was straight in. It's all about the 9-10 here, I think.
Yeah, she's got to consider coming below it. The combo's not straightforward. It's pretty easy. I wouldn't begrudge her if she did take it.
It would just mean controlling the 9 after the combo might be a little tough because it is that slight off angle where the 9 could end up somewhere funny.
I think it's worth trying to come two rails diagonal across and below it.
Get underneath it. I'm with you on that. I think I'd be trying to find an angle on the 8 to get underneath it. See what she looks at here. She's going to take a look now. You got to think about it right now. I'm sure she thought about it before, but this is the key shot.
If she picks out an angle where the cue ball's drawing across diagonally twice, not a lot of bad can happen, even if she hits the 9 off the second rail.
Exactly my thought, too. Yeah, if she comes across and bump it.
Got straighter, though.
Well, did she ever? And yeah, now she might be playing the combination next.
Yep. Definitely combo here, especially considering how much she's reaching. Tough to get a good power draw out of a reach like this.
Yeah, if she wasn't reaching so much, maybe she draws it all the way back underneath. This is actually a really nice angle for this combo. I think she can play it soft and leave the 9 near the pocket.
Strong rack for a minute here. Looking at like hill if this combo goes down.
No early 10s, but it'll get spotted and she'll keep shooting. Oh, wow. She hit it really thin and the 9 got lost a little bit.
Thin is she on the 9 here? Still makeable, Ben.
Yeah, I think she's just okay, but she needs the bridge. The rest here is going to make it tougher.
All the way up and down. We want to baby this ball.
Yeah, she got to use the second rail for sure. She did baby it. That's when the miss comes in. I'm just not sure. I think you were absolutely right. You had to go up and down there. Well, that's going to cost them the first set, I think.
Yeah, mistake from the Philippines with Poland on the hill. Poland's played a good set. Maciol came with a break and run. Shevchuk winning both of his games. Now Katarzyna to get a game of her own here.
Do you go rail first here, Eric?
I would.
Little left spin. Just clip the rail first. It's probably one of the questions I get the most. How do you play these balls when they're deep in the pocket? And that's often the answer. She hit it absolute perfect speed. First set to Poland.
Slight underdogs coming through in set number 1. And as we were saying at the beginning of the match, this is going to be a close one. So Team Poland's going to go for a break. Team Philippines known for staying in the arena between sets. Take a short break here. Take a look over on table number 1. And Team Poland making their way back in the arena. One set up against Team Philippines. Set number 2 is going to be a same-sex double, so both men players out there. Beato and Rhoda against Shevchuk and Maciol. Philippines to break, rack number 1. This is Eric Horowitz here with Ben Francis.
I love that all the players are staying in the arena too, even though they're not all playing. The ladies are staying out there for the support. I think that's important. stay out there and cheer on your teammates.
Yeah, later on in the event, sometimes we've seen players go out and practice on other tables when they're not actually involved in a match.
I like that too, but I think, you know, in this opening round especially, it's good to stay out there. That's the sound of Team USA A losing the first set.
Yeah, a couple of relative unknowns on the Korean team besides Sohan. Must be good players if they're able to take down the first set.
Absolutely. That's on the other arena table on table 1. You guys can check that out as well. These are 4 real tough players. This should be a really nice doubles match.
Yeah, Massiel and Shevchuk trying to figure this one out. It's makeable in the corner. It's real thin. Cue ball running into the 8.
Yeah, nothing happening to get on the 2. I don't know if it's worth it. Looks like he's going to go for it, though. They see something. Power draw it off the 8. See what you can get.
He has to. Thin enough to fall through it.
Good shot. Look at the 8 getting the game here. Well, it's a bit unlucky. Still got a combination shot, but it's tough from this distance to control the 2 and the cue ball after.
Yeah, 2 can play in the bottom right. Slow speed here for Massiel.
Yeah, he's got to just touch this one in. Maybe just the safe behind the 8 too. Yeah,
changed his mind last minute.
Suppose that's probably the higher percentage, especially if you can freeze him up like you did. But I don't know. I think, you know, playing these Filipino players, you don't want to let them kick the ball too much.
Yeah, looks like he's taking away the left long rail and the right long rail.
That's the key to that shot. Yeah, if you leave them a 1 rail kick, you're attempting fate. Kick too good. Carlo says the Z shot between the 8-3 might be all they have.
It's got to open up a lot around the 4.
Yeah, does it ever.
It's not going to have much speed. Got to find a way to make contact here.
Channel your inner effort on this shot. Yeah, you're right. Good call there. It's hard for it to open up enough on that second rail.
But it has to hit a real slow speed.
They didn't have much, though. That's for sure. Good safety by Daniel. So just a little angle. He can go forward with the cue ball here, I think. Yeah, good shot. Wants to be on straight in on this 3 or a little angle, and I think he got the wrong angle.
Yes, too much angle to hold it. Following angle's going to the right of the 10. You can get enough left spin on it to kind of spin back to the middle. That'll work.
He might just draw back, leave his teammate the cut shot. Yeah, he tried to force it forward. Some traffic there. Tough shot.
Yeah, he lost the natural angle a little bit.
With the speed, yeah. Yeah, because he had to hit it harder. It kind of shot the angle closer to the 10. Lost the spin a bit. What's he got here? Maybe 2 rails in behind the 4. Kick it towards the left side and hope it goes to the end rail. Maybe underneath the 7-10. Got some separation the other way, and the 5's going to come to the rescue. Carlo maybe has a piece of this ball, though.
Yeah, he can overcut it to the long rail and play the cue ball back toward, or the 4 ball back towards the 9.
Yeah, and the cue ball back towards the 7-10, I think. But I think it's more about the 4 ball here. Contain the 4. Just like that. Good shot. see, he wasn't really trying to get the cue ball under the 10. He would have loved for it to go under the 10, but really made sure of the 4.
Right edge available here for Massiol.
And a very touchy shot he just looked at there, trying to use the 8 for cover. Hit it a little thin. Look at this. How big's the 5 ball?
Philippines going to have to find a way to turn the tide here. It's only game 1 of the second set, but they are down a set.
Maybe 2 rails the only path here. The right long rail, the bottom rail. Tough one to judge. He's got the 3rd rail over there though too. Straight in the pocket.
Worst case scenario there. Could have hit it off the short rail, could have hit it off the long rail directly, but found the pocket.
How often do you see Jeffrey Rhoda drive by 2 kick shots in a row? First one was pretty tough, but would have expected him to hit the second one. What's Wojtek done here? He's way misplayed the 4.
Yeah, wrong angle a little bit.
I think the draw gripped more than he thought, but that was a bit of a glaring error from ball in hand. Because now the 6 to the 7 is much tougher than it needed to be.
Massiol got him as good as he could there. Might be just thick enough to hold 1 rail. 2 rail options if he wants.
Yeah, I like the up and down there. Smart. We saw in the last rack trying to hold that ball. Brings in the miss too many times. When you play it at the speed he did, you're sure to make the 6. He landed pretty good on the 7 ball. He's going to wrap this off 2 rails, it looks like. Can he stay on this side of the 9, or does he need to come across it?
Yeah, I think he's straight enough. Just kill the ball with some draw. He's coming across.
Yeah, I thought he would drag it like you're saying. Just try to kill it.
Surprised he didn't drag that ball if he was trying to hold on that side.
Yeah, it seemed like a bit of a...
Just a preference shot. Some players don't like dragging the ball.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of dragging the ball either, but I think there he had to.
If there was a shot where you'd do it, it would be a shot like that.
Maybe he just knew his teammate's tall and left-handed, so he's okay with more angle here.
Yeah, I still left him okay.
Played left-handed shape.
So one freeze on it.
Look out.
Oh, worst spot landing for Massiol there. Let's see how aggressive Shevchuk wants to get.
He's calling the bank. I think more of a 2-way shot here, trying to pin the cue ball on the end rail.
Wow, close to it. Very nice shot there from Shevchuk.
That shows you how tight those side pockets are, because that looked good about 99% of the way. I thought he made it.
Up to Beato now. Philippines needs this shot.
Yeah, they need Carlo to get going here for sure. They want to win this match. They need this man. For sure.
Got it.
The clock running down. No problem.
Lots of room for Maciel to come up and down there. Just got a little too close to the 10, but Shevchuk got him a little too much angle on the 9 too.
Yeah, I thought he could leave him less angle. I don't know who you blame for that one, right? Maybe 50-50 each for that one. Jeffrey Reup at a break. Rack number 2 here in set number 2.
First time seeing Reup breaking in this match.
Yeah, straight to the side rail without a thought. Let's watch the one ball in the right side pocket, or maybe a kiss up into the top corner. Straight in. Cue ball's going close too, though. Look out.
Kissed in there, Ben.
Yeah, good break, just unlucky, right? Can't really account for that all the time. Especially when you're cutting it, balls are going to kiss it lots. Not like when you hit it square down the middle, you can miss the kiss all the time, but that cut break brings in a kiss.
Looking pretty good. Might have to shoot the 4 in the long pocket. You'll want to avoid it though, because it's pretty close to the rail. Looking for the perfect angle here where they can draw straight back and shoot the 3 and the 4 in the same pocket.
Played right-handed shape there. If Daniel was shooting this ball, he couldn't reach it without the rest for sure. Oh, this is quality stuff from Wojtek. Looks like he just got there. Maybe they can draw it back.
I have a feeling it's going to be too much angle. They might accept it. Yeah. It's better than going forward, so I think they will.
Yeah, you can't have lots of angle going forward. Shooting that 4 in the other corner is pretty tough. Soft draw here looks okay. 5's near the pocket, so they don't have to do too much with the cue ball.
Need a bit of right spin here to avoid the 7 coming across.
Yeah, I think the little bit of right spin helps the pot as well.
It does. A little too far below it, but manageable.
Yeah, definitely.
Main thing's going to be the speed here. Thin on the overall angle.
He's going to come across the line. Speed need to be at a premium for sure on this shot. It's perfect.
Cue ball's falling to the left of the 10. Wants to make sure he doesn't hit the 8 coming back towards the 7.
I think he could use 1 or 2 rails here, but I think 1 is okay. Go between the 8-10. Could go around the 8 off the second rail. Lays pretty good too. Or wrap it this way. Works even better. What a good shot.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure he avoided the 8 there.
Yeah, he took the 8 right out of play by using the bottom rail and the side rail the way he did. I really do think every time I see Daniel play a shot, it's a little better than the last shot I seen him play. He's improving immensely.
Yeah, Poland looking good overall. I mean, they're coming in against one of the top 4 seeds here. And I'd put Poland in the top 8 seeds. But tough team, and they're standing toe-to-toe with them.
They don't seem to be too bothered by the task. They're up for it. 1-1, set 2.
It's discussion from Wojtek and the ref, Dave Pearson.
I think probably on whose break it is next, if I was to guess. Just want to get some clarification. I would think it's alternating players.
Yeah.
So Wojtek couldn't break every time.
It always was in the mixed doubles.
Yeah. They don't want to break out of turn, so it's better to ask the referee. If you break out of turn, it's a foul. other side rail. And this surprises me because if they watched Rhoda's break, the one went straight in the right side pocket, breaking from the other side of the table.
Yeah, you definitely have to keep note of the past result on that table.
And you can see the one there hit the horn. Wasn't even really that close to going in. Yeah, I'm always trying to watch my opponent break too and see if I can learn something. Definitely in this format, which side you break from can be a big factor. Just the way the balls are racking.
Yeah, I'm going to try an aggressive cross bank here. Feels like he could possibly get some cover if he doesn't make it. Might be more playing the cue ball.
Yeah, I think he called it more of a just in case. It was all about the cue ball there. Great shot. Can he jump this one, or is he too close? Yeah, I think scratch of the head tells me he's too close to the 10 to jump it. No easy escape here. Do you consider tying up a ball and conceding the ball in hand? No, he's going for the short cue.
Yeah, I think most strong jumpers are definitely closer than comfortable here, but should feel confident to get over the ball.
So you can take the backhand of the jump cue off. You got to elevate a lot here. So don't need extra cue behind it. He called the bank into the top left. Trying to get a two-way shot. Sold it out. That was tough though. Good safety from Carlo. Really nice.
Advantage Philippines here. Poland playing an 855 player overall performance overall. Philippines at 773. Safety efficiency around 80% for both teams. 4 missed shots for Poland. They haven't been really noticeable. 3 missed shots for the Philippines, most notably the thin 9.
In set one, yeah, to get Hill. Big mistake. Well, Poland playing around 850 is very strong. The extension for the back of the cue here, so he doesn't have to worry about his shirt touching the 7. Small ball fouls. Great shot from Jeffrey there.
Rest of the rack looking good. Couple stop shots involved. 5 to the 6 and the 7 to the 8.
Yeah, they don't have to move the cue ball too much here. 8 to the 9's pretty good. 9 to the 10 together. Philippines could have put in 5 different teams. They'd all be in the top 8 seed. Such a strong country for pool, so many great players.
Yeah, arguably the deepest country in the world.
This one in, or is he going to kind of stun it a little?
I think a cross is safer here.
Come around the 8, shoot in the same pocket. They
He
decelerated.
was in between.
Yeah.
He must have been, assuming he was trying to hold, Ben?
Yeah, it looked like trying to hold it, but I think I'm with you on trying to come across it. Would have been more of a sure stroke. Carlo needs to come with a good safety here. Maybe 2 rails underneath the 10, but he's going to keep the 8 contained. But this looks pretty good. going to get there. I don't think so. Pretty close, though. Might have taken away at least half of the ball.
Oh, he's going to the long rail.
He's got the whole ball. That's a great shot from Carlo there. Really nice. 9 feet away. Pinned on the rail. Stuck behind a ball. Can't really play a better safety than that. Daniel's going to try to jump bank this one into the corner on the low right of our screen here. It's close.
Great try.
What an effort. And a lot of times that can end up safe with the cue ball on one side rail and the 8 on the other side rail, but it didn't this time. I think Jeffrey can roll this one in, come underneath the 9.
Yeah, 9 in the top right here.
Bit of a big bounce there. Carlo needs to stay down on this one. Made it look like a hanger. Makes the 10, 2-1 Philippines in set 2.
Gonna have the break in rack number 4.
Believe Carlo to break. Looks like he's got that new purple BK Rush in his hand.
If sets are tied at 2 each, we'll be going to a shootout.
Yeah, a little different from the other tournaments we watched where if the deciding set went 3-3, we would have a shootout. This is just if the sets are tied 2-2, then the 5th set is a shootout.
Yeah, so there's more likelihood overall.
I think we're going to see a lot of shootouts.
We did see a shootout in the final of the World Team Championships 2 years ago. Germany overcoming Chinese Taipei in the final.
It might have been one of the most exciting finals of any tournament ever. And the emotion shown at the end of that was you could make a movie about it, you know?
I was on the mic. I was buzzing.
Oh, I can't imagine. Just the tears were flowing at the end of that one. It was super fun to watch. And I can't imagine how Pia felt shooting that last spot shot. She had to be just a bundle of nerves. Dry break from Carlo. Nothing happening on the 1 and the 2 ball tied up with the 10.
Yeah, absolutely no way to get back to it here.
Yeah, and there's no easy safe with the 7 kind of blocking the 1.
I was going to say, would you push to that area, but then they can just stop the cue ball and then play safe on the 2.
Find a way to make the 1 and be able to see the 2, like you said, and then just play it safe. But there's no easy way to do that, so I think now they've decided on the push out.
I don't know if I like this for the 3rd time now from Poland on the pushes.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to love their next shot.
I mean, you're still going to have to elevate or slow roll at this end. It looks like there's a small angle going to the left, and if there is an angle going to the left behind the 7, then they can't hold from the 2 along the right long rail, which is a key to the shot. So that looks like it has come up like that, and they are going to give it back.
Okay, maybe just too much distance. Yeah, and you don't want to jack up, try to shoot this one. So I think Carlo said right away they were giving it back.
But I think it's tough to hold, too, without getting behind the 7. That's the other part of it. He's going to try.
Maybe safe the 1. Bank the 1 away and leave the cue ball kind of by the 7. Oh, went other way thin. Good shot. Very good shot. Always containing the one with that shot. But smart from Philippines to hand it back, because this is a much better look at the safety than what they just had. So use the 7 here.
That's my first thought, but it almost looks like he's queuing at the left side of the one. Did cross it.
He's overhit it a bit. He needs a 9 to come into play, and I don't think it has.
Possible to draw over and break out the 2-10 as well.
Yeah, he pretty much left him in the only spot he couldn't leave. And this is not the guy you want to leave this shot for. Pretty dialed in this week. Well, and every week, but I think especially this week. Wow.
Oh, miss ball. Didn't expect that.
Oh, second prize again behind the 3. They have done a couple of these rolls. Usually tends to even out, and it's a long match, so nothing to panic about. If you're Carlo here, we see him smiling like it's happening out there. One of the best ever to kick at the ball, so put him like 50-50 to just kick this one right in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any value to kick it right in, but
He was always playing safe there, trying to get the cue ball safe. Broke out the 2. Does the 1 go comfortably in the side? I don't think it ever goes comfortably into a tight pocket, but it goes.
yeah, he doesn't have to draw it. He can follow the cue ball into the 6 and get the proper angle on the 2.
That's exactly what he just looked at. Which helps. If he had to stun this one or draw it, that's the smallest pocket in the world over there from that angle. You can see they're just wicked tight, these side pockets.
Time and time again.
Which is really great, I think, for the game, for the level these guys play at. Pockets need to be tight.
Well, the thing is, your natural mentality is to play that ball to the top of the pocket, but how tight they are, you can't even play it to the top of the pocket anymore. You have to play it to the middle of the pocket.
Right in the middle, yeah. If you don't split the middle of the pocket, it's going to rattle. But I don't know this ball cuts in. Philippines, again, must be thinking, can they get a roll here?
Yeah, I mean, it could duck behind the 8, but a couple times that they could have been in more offensively and just haven't.
Yeah, you think when they miss a hanger at that speed, it's going to leave you 1 back, but it just rested on the wrong side of the pocket there. 1 should hit the horn and go towards the 4. He's going the other way.
Shot. Overdrew it a bit. No, he's good.
Yeah, I think he's got cover. That's a really good shot. They knew that the 7 is going to hold the 1 up there. It's going to slow down the 1. Jump cue out here.
Yeah, not much future in the position. So he's just going to contain a little bit here.
He's going to try a 1 rail kick, bank the 1 towards the left side pocket. Try to keep the cue ball up there and get the 1 coming back down here. Tough shot. This is very tough to measure from that distance. Yeah, now he's going for the jump cue. But no future, really, right?
Yeah, just not possible to get on the 2.
Maybe just the jump safety here.
Off the right side of it.
Yeah.
Shot.
Exactly.
Cue ball behind the 8. It is.
What a fantastic shot that is. So good. These players are getting too good. Jump safeties, kick banks. What else they got?
Well, especially what Josh was displaying all throughout the Las Vegas Men's Open. Like, there was just no way to beat him, you know? Like, he had the break and run game going, the kick safes.
He did everything right.
Yeah.
That was so impressive to watch. And I couldn't get near the arena. The crowd was unbelievable. I had to watch it on the big screen over there with the delay.
Another jump safe here.
I think he can see this one, but definitely not enough to pot it. And I don't think he's got enough to just stop it right there and send the one around off 3 rails. So maybe he needs to hit the right side of it. Oh, he does have enough of this to just stop it right there. That's why he's called the side in case it goes in off 2 rails.
Cue ball behind the 8.
Yeah, he's definitely not trying to make this ball. Oh, why did he call the side pocket then? In case it double kissed? I'm not sure. Maybe he just changed his mind.
Yeah, must have. Left edge for Rhoda, and that's going to play okay. Decent blockers on the left side of the table.
Yeah, he's got
right edge for Rhoda, pardon me.
Yeah, lots of room to hide here. The object ball and the cue ball, I think.
Caught it a little thick. First possible break in the set, in the game.
The 2 ball still trouble here, I think. Can he get between the 4-6 sort of with the cue ball?
I think it's there.
Yeah, just a little thick on the contact from Rhoda there's left this window. So smooth. That was way harder than he made it look.
That's all forced to go 1 rail out here with follow. We want to draw up the right long rail, but too much angle.
Yeah, I like this because the corner is probably the better shot anyway. After the amount of balls we've seen rattle in the side, I don't think you want to shoot this in the side pocket too much. Right in the middle of the pocket. It's landed perfect on this 4. 5 to the 6 would be the key. He's overrun this a little bit.
Might have to run into the 8 now.
Yeah, 1 rail into the 8. Pull the cue ball. But the angle looks pretty good for that.
I think it's going to go a little past it. I don't want to risk drawing it because the 8 could line up with the 6, but I honestly think he might have to here. It's okay. Good shot from Shevchuk.
Just soft enough to carry it through to a better angle. Yeah, if he hits it a little harder, he's probably going around the 8 there, or not hitting the 8 full like he needed to. Good recovery shot. And back in line.
Yeah, Philippines looking to level a second set. Or pardon me, Poland looking to level a second set. And if they do, the pressure will start mounting for the Philippines.
Yeah, you don't want to be going down 2 sets to 0. Not against this team or any team.
And it's a weird, long battle at that point, knowing that you have to win the next 2 sets just to get to a shootout.
Just for the shootout, and that plays mentally a little bit.
You know, of course, your survival instincts are going to go in.
Well, and maybe the best country to ever do that.
Sure.
The survival instinct. You know, they grind so much. They fight so hard. They maybe got the biggest heart of any pool players that I know.
Agreed. But as far as Poland's concerned, they'll be feeling a lot looser.
Yeah, knowing that they can guarantee a shootout at the worst, right?
Big break coming up in rack number 5. Look at the stats, safety efficiency pretty high for both teams. This shot's slightly on the high side, particularly for Poland, but seem to be that's the category they're making the most mistakes in, playing well in pretty much every other category. Look at this break success for the Philippines, 0%.
0. Don't see that too often, right? And
Yeah.
0% for Poland in set 2.
Yeah, there's been 4 breaks in set 2. They've all been dry.
I like that he's breaking from this side because that's one of the better breaks we saw was Jeffrey Rota's one ball goes straight inside. Yeah, it's getting kissed, and it was going to miss anyway.
Wanted to go.
Wide open.
Good chance for Philippines to get on the hill now.
Oh, maybe the 3 tied up with the 7 there last second.
It did.
Yeah.
They can go into it, risk of whatever ball they hit lining up with the 2, but I think it's worth a chance here.
Junior players motoring along over there. Looks like all of the first round matches done. Mostly the usual suspects winning over there.
Position from Rota. Get Beato perfect on the 3 here. 4 passes in the bottom left. Rack looking pretty good.
Just enough room to this tight corner pocket.
Oh, he's got into it a little too much, but he's just okay.
Yeah, it looked like it was really flying up there. That's the draw. Is really grippy on this nice cloth.
Couple good shots from Beato in this rack, opening up with a breakout on the first shot. Getting back in line here.
Shot there to get closer to the ball. See if he plays the 8 in the corner of the side. I think it's got to be the corner. Angle looks okay to maybe play the 9 in the same pocket next.
Might be straight enough to hold over on the short side.
Yeah, from this angle, yeah, maybe just a touch of left spin, hold it over there.
No, you're right.
I think Carlo might have told him to. No more slow rolling balls, okay? A touch of inside so he stays on the line where they need to be on the 10. Just to get on the hill in the second set.
timing of the applause going down right when Rhoda made the 9 there.
Well-timed applause from the other table. That must have been the sound of Team USA winning that set.
Yeah, I think they're level at 1 set each over there.
All the scores are on the ProBilliardSeries.com website. You can follow along. Favorite teams, favorite players. World team event running alongside the Junior Open. We will have another round of this World Team event coming up shortly after this.
Rhoda to break. Philippines looking to level a set score. They haven't made a ball yet, Ben.
I thought Rhoda made the one in the side once. Was it maybe Daniel?
Yeah. Well, Philippines overall hasn't made a ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Jeffrey Rhoda made the one in the side on a break, but I was mistaken.
3-7 combo looks okay here.
Yeah, these opened pretty good. Nice chance for Poland to get this to Hill.
He's going to want to be straight in on the 2 and draw straight back for the 3-7.
Yeah, no need to move the balls there. You try to move the 7 or the 3, flirting with danger there. That's when the trouble comes in. Something funny happens. Better to leave them where they are if they all go. You overrun it just a hair. Oh, he looks perfect. Just draw it straight back. Look like they might be going to the left a little with the cue ball, but he's good here.
Oh, nicked the 7 and took some energy out of the cue ball.
It was going to the left just a little, and he wasn't willing to risk cheating the pocket there. You don't want to try to cheat these corner pockets.
Might be forced to bank this 3, Ben, and he is.
Yeah, I agree. You could play it at kind of a 1.5 speed with the safety, but I think he's going to really go for it here. I don't think there's too much of a two-way involved.
Got it. Doesn't look easy.
These guys are so good at the bank shot nowadays. Well, so good at every shot, but especially the bank shot where, you know, before that might have been played with a bit of a two-way element. Not at all there. Nothing but net.
Poland answering the call overall here.
Oh, they're looking really good out there.
If they're able to get through these last 6, they'll be breaking in the hill game.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't know if the break is an advantage. Might be a disadvantage.
No kidding. Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that at Hill? Can you say, we're going to let you guys break?
Definitely are allowed, but I haven't seen it yet. Players still believing.
Well, they would love to be straight in on this 7. Maybe got to use an extra rail here. Go back and forth. Shouldn't be a problem, but it's more traveling than they wish. The rails are plenty bouncy. I don't think he needs to power this one up very much. As you can see, stayed pretty smooth on it, got plenty out of it. I don't think he needs to come to the other side of the side pocket. Staying below the side pocket's fine here with the 9 near the pocket. To go forward around the 10, looks like maybe that's what he's doing.
Draw. Cueing it a little higher.
Okay. Stun across. Very good. 2 rails here for sure with the draw on the right spin. Might think of playing 1 rail, but on slippery cloths. Better to wrap this one with the low and the right.
Yeah, run with the angle a little more.
Looks good. 10 ball for Hill in the second set.
He's got it. And huge gain coming up for the Philippines now in the overall match.
Yeah, and I wonder whose break it is. Looks like Daniel reached for the break cue there. Chalking it up. Oh, great opening round match we've got here. This team's battling hard.
Teams started. 8 teams are going to advance to the quarterfinals. Big money even for the quarterfinals. The final is $15,000 for each team.
Lots of prize money up for grabs this week at Pro Billiard Series, thanks to Predator and all those great sponsors you see along the arena boards there. Pool's in really good hands. Daniel to break, Hill. Let's watch the 1 in the left side, or possibly in one of those top corners with a kiss. Maybe the 4 railer on the 2 or the 3, most likely the 2.
Good square hit.
Yeah, straight down the middle.
Ball was in, but the 2 ball got in the way. Left a combo.
Yeah, and this is a good look for Philippines. Does the 5 pass the 8? I think it does. The overhead can be a little deceiving on that. But if the 5 passes the 8, this is a great look. What do you think from this view, Eric?
Should I get up out of my chair?
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah, it's got to be real close. The fact that they haven't really looked at it tells me it probably goes, right? Deal with these 4 balls up here first, but usually they would have looked at it already if it was close. Shot from Carlo there.
Yeah, there goes Carlo, just kind of going by the angle. Didn't really even have a second look, so it's just one of those camera illusions. They are good for the 5 past the 8.
Just going to draw into this one or just stay on the short side of it. No, it's a hair short. That's okay. It looked like he was panicking for a second there, but I think it's just fine.
Yeah, worst case, it needs to lengthen the go some right spin here. Even left will kind of check it a bit.
Yeah, that way you can hit the 3 thicker there. You can see he used a little bit of left. Bit of a thicker contact on the 3, held the cue ball. I think forward off 2 rails looks pretty good. Touch of left spin.
Yeah, 6 right over the pocket. Big favorites now to get through this rack.
And what a big rack it is to try to tie up the match here. At 1 set apiece. Jeffrey gets him nice and close to this ball, maybe too close. I think he's okay.
Yeah, just don't want to be looking at that 8 when you're back cutting a ball. You'd rather be looking right at the pocket when you're back cutting it.
Yeah, I'd rather be on the other side or straight in, right?
Beato is actually getting down and having a close look at the lane past the 8th.
It's got to be, less than the full pocket for him to close one eye like that. It's maybe 3/4 of the pocket.
the long rail on the way in, but got it down.
It was maybe half of the pocket because he really wiggled that in. Gotta figure that's the work done because the other 4 or 5 balls lay pretty good. So much pressure out there, anything can happen. Yeah, this looks a little short. He's just okay. Follow through and play the 9 in the right side next. Possibly the top right corner. I think the right side.
Yeah, to lead well into the 10 and the bottom right. Still in control here.
One thing they really don't want to do is be shooting that 10 in the side pocket. You can see from this angle, looks like a possibility, but I don't think that's ever what you want to do. Oh, this is heavy. He's going to freeze on it.
Wow.
What a big mistake. What a giant mistake at Hill in the second set.
Playing into the angle, too, and it's not like there was too much angle on the 8. He just overhit the speed, and you can see Carlo a little bit upset about it. Yeah, never expected the cue ball to get there.
Carlo's not thrilled. There's no easy save here. Can they maybe get behind the 10?
It's all in if he does try that.
Yeah, there might be nothing else. And they run out of time. That's a big factor there, too. They had no time.
Yeah, good last-second decision from Carlo. Looks like the cue ball's not following into the side.
But just doing something that he knew would work right away. Was probably pretty smart about all he could do. Mile away, he's not thrilled.
Yeah, Rhoda kind of feeling the negative energy from Carlo there too. He had a funny look on his face.
Yeah, I don't think Carlo wanted to look at him. Couldn't look him in the eyes. Big shot here.
Got it, Ben.
So good. That's so good.
It's going to be a huge lead for Poland going forward in this match.
That's a giant body blow to Philippines after they had a chance, a really good chance to win this game. And in the first set, they had a good chance to get it Hill. Just let a couple opportunities slip. It's going to cost them.
There it is. Poland taking a 2-0 lead. Best of 5 sets overall. Are we misinformed on the format? I think they're misinformed on the format. They think they've won the match, but they haven't. Philippines can still come back and tie it up.
Timeout. Looks like timeout, so we'll take a little to see, because then the next singles match would be Carlo and Wojtek if it went to that. If Philippines can win this set. If not, it's over.
Yeah, best of 5 sets overall. So Philippines has to come back 2 sets now just to force a shootout.
I would really think they still got a good chance from here. I mean, you got to put these two as a small favorite in the doubles, and you got to put Carlo as a small favorite in the singles.
Yeah, I mean, and just for the Philippines even being stuck 2 sets at this point, you wouldn't have expected that either. See how Katarzyna can hold up here.
Well, with the way the break's been going, you favor them to get a shot every game.
2 balls down
as soon
this
as
time.
I say that, ball goes in, the one dresses up. All kinds of balls in that time. 10 ball, too.
3, yeah, 3 balls now.
We're not seeing too many 3-ball breaks.
First one, for sure.
The 1-6 combo goes, but where's the 1 going after? Looks a little thin. Hold it there.
I'll be hoping it can play over onto the left side of the table. Either in the left middle or the bottom left.
Yeah, do you sort of draw it and let the 1 go towards the bottom left?
Yep.
I think that's how I'd like to play it. predicted. And she controlled it really well. It's a good shot.
Looks like the 2 might have to be played in the top left. You can come 3 rails around.
Yeah, Daniel's dealing with the 5 a little on the stroke here, and you can see jacked up over the 5 makes this way, way harder.
Yeah, if he's way over top, he might avoid that left spin.
Yeah, you almost want to limit the side spin at all if you're jacked up like that. You want to be massing the ball. He's going to draw this one.
Yeah, that's too. It's too risky to spin it.
Yeah, you can't go forward with the spin. Yeah.
It's available in the top right as well, and they're on it.
Pretty good shot considering where he was.
I like just cinching this as long as the 4 is not too sharp in the side.
Yeah, I think the important thing to recognize here is the 5 is so available that you don't need to be perfect on the 4. You just need to have a shot on the 4. 5-7 pretty much over a pocket.
Shot.
She stayed nice and still on that one. The shot clock running out didn't seem to bother her. I thought it might be a little bit of a factor. Anytime you hear those beeps, makes you panic a little.
This will be the second break-in run of the match if they're able to make these last 5. Mascula had one in the middle of the second set.
Poland looking very strong. As predicted, we knew they'd be one of the toughest teams out there. I think even before we saw the lineup, we just saw Poland was a team. We knew they were going to be real tough.
Definitely. And again, Katarzyna is not the most household name, but she's more than capable.
As you can see, she's very smooth on the ball. Doesn't look to be bothered by the moment. Looking pretty calm out there. I know, I'd be shaking like a leaf out there. This team pressure is a whole different animal.
Yeah, in the hopes of your country riding.
Yeah. Big pressure. Oh, this is mishit a little, but he's still a big favorite to cut this in. Cheska in the stands there, watching closely. Down the middle of the pocket. Good shot. 1-0 Poland in the third set. Worrying moments for Philippines here.
Yeah, out to the lead again. Breaking. Got the break and run game going now.
High-fiving over there. I think they're tied 1 set apiece. Like USA had won the second set on the other arena table. Let's just take a look at the score. So 2-0 Korea in the third set.
Level at 1 set each.
We might see some upsets here. Team Puerto Rico up 1 set over Japan. And Team Singapore down 1 set to Norway.
Huh. Those are 2 kind of mismatches that you would never expect those teams to be trailing.
And 3-3 in the third set, both those matches.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So they're both in danger of doing at best a shootout, both the favorites.
Unbelievable stuff happening here in round 1. Katarzyna with the break. Good power there, but I don't think she's going to get one. The 1's going to go right over the hole. 2 right near a pocket. behind Philippines there. Try to pump them up a little. Of course, they'd love to see a nice close match. Everybody hoping for a shootout, right?
Philippines hasn't played badly by any means, but just a couple odd mistakes at the end of the set. Reup freezing into the 9 near the end of set number 2.
Yeah.
Amit missing the 9 near the end of set number 1.
Yeah, and the break definitely letting them down. Although break hasn't been a huge success for Poland either, but they do have a couple breaking runs.
Wanted to be straight here. It's going to be hoping to be straight enough to draw to the right of the 5. Just looking over in that area.
Yeah, I think just draw across it.
Down the line here, it's got a lot of angle. Just gonna have to kind of nip draw at it.
Yeah, and I think she asked Rhoda if it was okay from the 5 to the 6 he had to go up and down, because she knew she couldn't hold it on the correct side of 5.
Yeah, she has it with that much speed to get enough draw out of it. Would have wanted to play a soft draw.
I think they would have loved more angle on this shot. He might have to power it up a little bit. Sort of a stun. So good at that shot, though. Kiss of the 8's okay.
Pretty thin though, Ben.
Is it frozen? If it's frozen, that's certainly going to help. Let's see. The ref's looking close. Oh, yeah. That's going to help the cut. So it'll be all about position here. She's quite good with this bridge, too. We've seen her a couple times with this. Very handy with that. Good technique with the elbow to the side.
Yeah, classic approach there.
Look out. The spin didn't grab. I think she hit it a little hard.
She caught rail first.
Yeah.
Yeah, changes the angle off the rail.
Wow, what a big mistake. I mean, 2-0 Poland looming here.
Yeah, layup out for Poland now. And nothing but pressure mounting for the Philippines.
Oh, definitely. And Poland's got to be loving life right now. Everything's going their way.
It is a double knockout format, but last thing they want to do is go to the loser's side first round.
Especially when you feel like you're one of the favorites in the event. I mean, they had to know it too. Suddenly you're at risk of going 2 and out.
And you can see with the format changes, it's going to be more about team play. It's going to be more about communication.
I really love that. I really love that they've made it more about the team. Like you said, it could kind of come down to one individual male in the previous format. 2-0 already in this third set.
Maciel to break again. Had a 3-ball successful break on his previous break attempt.
Well, of all 6 players, he's the only one that's figured it out. It's not that there's a huge difference in the level of play between Rublin and Cheska, but do you think they might regret not putting Cheska in for this first match?
I think it's a catch-22 overall. I don't know.
I wonder if they were just trying to give her some rest, because she had a long day yesterday, battling in that final too.
It's possible. But that's the only thing about having more than 3 team members. Now the conversation comes up. Should we change the team up? And then maybe Cheska feels like if she comes in, she has to overperform because she wants to stay on. There's little factors like that. I think overall you want more players, especially if someone gets sick or something like that.
But you're sometimes it's easier just to have 3, and then there's no thought about it.
Yeah.
And everybody just knows they have to perform well, right? 1 misses. Everything else misses. And 1's hidden behind the 6 with the 2 way up table.
Yeah, very makeable jump, but no position on the 2.
No reward.
Not going to be able to hit it hard enough to get any kind of draw to this angle.
I think the kick safety is okay between the 3-6.
I like that.
And if there were ever some players to play it, it'd be Team Philippines playing the kick safety. There's Cheska.
Stop the cue ball nicely. 1 ball could end behind the 5. It does.
Pretty good. Good speed.
Room between the 5-9 to go to the short rail. She's not looking at it. Yeah, he's telling her to look at it.
I think they might even be able to see the edge of this. No, it's got to be super tight. Got to be the kick shot. Yeah, you see where Daniel's pointing there. The 1 on the side. Just try to get the 1 up table, I suppose.
Yeah, likely to leave it here.
Yeah, likely both balls go up table if they're cutting it that much. Yeah. Still no easy way back to the 2, and then the 3 way up there, so there's some traveling on this cue ball for sure needed.
Wonder if they even consider the combo, because even if they do get on that perfect window for the 2, the cue ball's kind of running into the 10 in certain spots.
Yeah, I agree. The only travel they wouldn't have to do is from the 3 to the 4. Everything else is up and down. Yeah, Rubelin's pointed over there at the combo, I think. And she said we only got 5 seconds left, so do something. Didn't get there. The follow kind of wants to die there at that speed.
Yeah, if he was off by that much, I think she just said, I'll cut the 2 into the 10 and we'll try to keep control of the table.
Safe behind the 4. No, she caught it thin. I can't imagine she was only trying to use the 7 there.
She just had to cut the 2 so thin, it was tough to get the cue ball playing enough to the right. But
maybe not worth risking all that side spin, too.
Yeah. Gonna try to go off the back of the 10 here.
Yeah, he's called it in there. Definitely playing the cue ball here. There is a chance. Goes off the rail off the 10. Solid cue ball. Looks pretty good, too. A lot of times it's just about containing the balls. It's not always about trying to hide. I mean, bonus if you hook them behind the 9 or something there, but I think just keeping the 2 ball contained, keep them off the shot is the most important thing. It's going to leak out.
I think still cue ball behind the 8 here.
Yeah.
Not going to hurt them too much if they try it. The cue ball will get in the same area, so maybe they will go kind of try to pocket it, and if it ends up perfect on the 3, good. Well, I would never get so aggressive that I drew across it. Stay over on the right side of the table.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to draw it, it's just a soft draw. Stay on the right side. Got a big wall there to block the 2. Oh, they're called in the other corner.
This is hard to believe, man. Why? No, I think she's just confused on what he was communicating there. She's going to play it in the top left.
Yeah. Yeah, some small amount of confusion there. The shot clock is a factor when you're discussing what to do. Wow, what a stroke.
Huh.
Lost the cue ball, though. She made potting the ball look easy, but it was hard to control the cue ball at that speed. The draw. Daniel going to try to kick combo the 4 in, but I think he's more concerned about the cue ball just getting up table, maybe behind the 7 if he hits it real good.
Yeah, top side of the 3 will work okay here.
speed going at that one.
Oh, he made it.
This, he made the 4.
And he's got a chance to make the 8. She's got a chance to make the 8 now. If anything, it's cutting to the long rail. See what Massiolo advises here. Not going to be able to hold the cue ball. Yeah, it's too thin. The 8's going to the long rail, so they're going to try to play the cue ball behind the 5. Takes a lot of left spin here off the rail.
No extension left, so only 6 seconds for her to get down and shoot this one. It's not a lot of time. Shot clock definitely a factor in those situations.
Yeah, the cue ball swerved on her as expected when you're cueing off the rail with that much spin, so she just caught it a little thinner where cue ball came all the way back. But definitely shot clock management between two teammates that have never played before, likely, together.
Shot there.
Back on track for the Philippines now. Rhoda having a look. Needs Rublin to have a look too, so not a full pocket there likely. So they are going to play it.
Yeah, I don't know what the option would be from here. Maybe only the side pocket, but it's too hard to get there. So they're going to have to shoot the 5 into a small pocket. Wants to leave her straight in.
Pretty good.
It's about as good as he could do from there, I think. Can't get perfect every time.
Three rails back now for Rhoda.
Yeah, a little low, a little left spin. Just got to watch it doesn't overrun behind the 10, but they got a lot of open space to work with there. But we have seen Jeffrey overrun a shot. And he's holding up his hand right away. He knew he overhit it. At least they're not behind the 10.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not going to hit the 10, so real thin on the 7 here. Too thin, it appears.
Jeffrey just sick with himself there.
Yeah, he's never been in these team situations, so I mean, could be running through his mind a bit.
It is just a whole different kind of pressure than playing with yourself. Now you're playing for your country, you're playing for your teammates. And definitely Philippines very patriotic. I mean, they really love playing for their country. It's a very big honor for them. I know that for sure. And then you add in you're playing with Carlo Biado. That's a little extra pressure too, because he expects you to perform.
One of his heroes, probably.
Well, he's won the event before.
That's right. So, yeah. And you were saying, was it Rublin or Cheska? But we'll have a look at that later on in the tournament. Somebody's telling me it was Rublin, but I could be wrong.
The one thing I'm sure, it was Chua.
Yeah, I remember that.
How good was that shot?
No kidding.
Unbelievable shot.
I thought he was going to play the cue ball behind the 10 at first, but
yeah, I'm with you. I thought for sure he's playing safe. He just banks it right in. I mean, he had a bit of a two-way using the 9, but I think
that's why he shot it. Smart shot.
Hit it smooth. And this looks straight enough, and she just follow through, I think. She's got it down. Where's the cue ball?
It's okay.
It's perfect. This for 3-0.
Nightmare start to the Philippines for the World Team Championships here. Down 2 sets, down 3 games to nothing. Gonna have to come back 4 games in this set. 2 sets overall.
Yeah, they need a miracle from here, I think.
He's got it.
Poland came to play today.
This is the personification of what a real national program can do. Country coming from 2 to 5 world-class players 15 years ago to beating the Philippines possibly in the World Team Championships.
Unbelievable. break next year, warming up the arm there.
He's been hitting them well. Hasn't made balls, but hitting them square with decent power.
Yeah, hitting them with good power, exactly. I think she could consider cutting it a little. But there's a chance that her teammates have told her just go straight down the middle, you know?
Yeah, if you don't have real big power, that cut becomes pretty reliant on the one. Oh, move sides last minute. Don't mind it. Hit it how she wanted from the other side and wasn't getting results, so I'm going to try something else out here.
Well, I think Daniel broke from this side.
Yeah.
And he's had good success. Through breaking runs.
There it is.
Straight in. Good choice to break from the other side, it looks like.
And the two, she has a look at the two as well.
Yeah, dressed up. Looks like it's all about the 2 to the 3. The other balls look pretty good.
Yeah, you want Daniel to be shooting this shot, and he is.
Yeah, it's worked out pretty good this break, I think. Big trouble for Philippines here.
I mean, really, in the few shots that Katarzyna's had, too, she's been almost perfect. She pocketed the 2 that one time, got behind the 3, but that was always a risk on that shot. Other than that, she's played well.
The 9 ball in the last rack was a pretty shot. She got pretty close to the 10. She could have froze up on it or something, but she hit it at perfect speed.
One more good shot from her now, getting confirmation from Maciel.
Yeah, a little bit of work to do with the cue ball in the last couple of balls, but they're separated nicely where there's no, small windows to try to pick or anything crazy needs done with the cue ball. It's just about pocketing the balls.
Got it.
Good shot. Yeah, she's looked good out there in this match, which is a really good sign for Poland moving forward.
Absolutely, and just an overall confidence builder. Again, no official seeding in this tournament, but really got to put the Philippines in the top 4 seeds. So knowing that they can beat a team like that, not just beating them, Ben, beating them 3 sets to nothing.
Yeah, they might just handle them here. Yeah, 3 sets to nothing and possibly 4-0 in the 3rd set is looming. This, keep it simple. No need to play the 6 in the side next. Roll this one forward. The 6 in the bottom left. And you try to get crazy and you try to spin that cue ball around is when you miss the pot on the 5, especially into a tight pocket.
Yeah, always got to make a distinction. If you're going to miss the 5 more often than you're going to miss the 6, playing it the way she did, and good recognition there. She would have missed the 5 more often.
Well, and who's her teammate?
Sure.
Is a big factor too.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to leave this guy a slightly tougher shot. That's fine. He doesn't need the close pocket.
They're okay.
Looks like he just got perfect there. That's really good. He flirted with the 8 a little bit to get her exactly where she needed to be. She'll be shooting the key shot, the 9 to the 10. Daniel's going to try to get her perfect on this 9 so that she doesn't have to power it up with any spin.
I don't mind it if it's playing into the long rail before the side pocket, and it is. He can play back into the angle here. It'll play into a decent angle coming back on the 9.
Where she could just go 2 or 3 rails around. Oh, this is getting a little flat. And now she does need to power it up with some spin.
Yeah, pocketing's comfortable enough. So one more good shot here for Poland. They're going to be out of a very tough draw in the first round.
Lots of right spin here with the top off the short rail and the right long rail.
It's there.
Well, looks like they've done it, Eric. What a match.
Wow, the World Team Championships have begun with the Philippines going down in the first round if this 10 ball goes down. And as you were mentioning, you're keeping an eye on a couple of the other matches, some underdog countries. Also,
yeah, could shake up the whole draw, right?
There it is. great performance by Poland overall as a team. Shevchuk, really all three team members played great.
Yeah, that was a full team effort. I loved it.
All it took from the Philippines was just really 3 mistakes. They're going to be battling their way back on the loser side to get back to the quarterfinals. For Ben Francis, this is Eric Horlifson, and we'll be back with you for another round at 3:30 p.m. You can watch the conclusion of USA versus South Korea on table number 1. Back with some good action for you guys all day long. Talk to you soon.